Hey guys, Profile Pop-Up here for Amanda. Now she wrote to me saying that she was having trouble being found for her job, and I'd agree. Here's why and how she can improve. By the way, I love the picture. Absolutely perfect picture. Don't change a thing. You want to know why more in the comments? We can talk about it. Now, the headline. First thing, you notice if people are searching for you, if they know your full name, this is what they see. Industrial engineer on an app, or in comments and replies, this might be as little as people will see, right? I say that a lot, but it's important. I do like the fact that you jump out with industrial engineer, because as I read through your profile, I took a lot of time looking through your profile, looking to find out what would convey what you offer. And there's a lot going on here, but that's almost the point of the headline. You need to sum that up for us fast. Give us a reason why we should want to open up your profile, click on that line that we just found there, if we're in a search result, or if we know your name, why we want to get pulled in and read more about you. So that's what the About section should then expand on. And if you look at the About section, I want to open this up because this to me is what stood out most in your profile. You say here in this last sentence of this big long paragraph, which is a bit hard to read, and it makes it really hard to see that, industrial engineering graduate with a rich professional experience as a process improvement engineer, Six Sigma, quality, etc. Now, that right there kind of sums it up. If you get that down into one sentence, you could put that in the headline. You could say something more like industrial engineer with a rich experience in logistics, improvement, Six Sigma, and oil industry. Something like that pulls everything in. It talks about your tagline. It talks about your target, the oil industry, if that's what you're after, because that's what I saw from your other positions here. You've got internships in supply chain, refineries, engineering, and again, and I think that was more of a refinery too, if I'm not mistaken, oil here. So that jumps out. It makes sense that you're in Texas. I believe that's where you want to be found, is in Texas. So that's great too, by the way, that you have Texas as that location is key as to where you want to be working. So all of this is good. You've got your master's, that's showing up here. You've just got a lot of the good things going on here. But what we need you to do, number one, first and foremost, is to clearly convey your contribution, show us some results, and then get current. Here's what I mean, more details. Now, I'm almost out of time. I like to keep these under 3 minutes. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Efficiently curious about this. You saw how little I had. When I back out here and I click on your name or tap on it, that first little bit there, you see how little you might get of the summary? That's where I want to see that statement I just said. Expand a little bit more on what you have in the headline, change up the headline, then back it up with more here in the About, but make sure that you pop right away in the top here of the About section. And it's great, you have all this great detail here, but I don't want you to just tell me things like rich detail that you say right here, industrial engineer with a rich professional experience. I love the statement, but now that we're in the About section, I want you to back it up. You need to give us more details. Tell us what you learned from these positions that you've had, from the internships even, how they contributed. I want to see how that pieces together. And then if you look at your long position that you had here, I do love the fact that you've got, if I go down here and I find it, sorry, where did it go? There it is. I love how you've got the bullets, the check marks. Those are wonderful. I use them all the time. But what you're doing is you're losing some space here. You've got an explanation here that you saw how little we got to see about this position. You are using that up to explain the company that I can get from tapping on the company name. I can get all this overview of who that company is. I don't need to know more about the company. I need to know at ASAP, as soon as possible, what you've contributed and what you then could contribute to me. That's what's going to intrigue a recruiter. It's going to intrigue the hiring manager to want to hire you. So get current is the other big thing I want to say is you've got the student associate. Feel free to change that headline and talk more about how at Follett you did more of the coordination and understanding customer needs. Now that is a key transferable skill, right? You were responsible for order picking operations. That's great. Order management system. That's great. You were proficient at it. But what was the result? Again, I'm looking for results, even if you don't have a metric like a $, pound sign, %sign metric. That's the kind of stuff I want to see there as details, but get it up here in the top and really show us something that was the result of what you learned and what you got out of this 11 months that you were there. And feel free, again, to change that headline to be more appropriate. You could say, even if your actual title was student associate, you could say student associate working in order management, right? I mean, you could add some more detail here that shows the essence of what you did, working with customer service and order management. Get those words in there, and that actually will help you get found. And now that's my other big point. Without you having a current position, your position ended, it is really hard for you to be found. So what I want you to do is I want you to take a summary of all of this, put it into one new job position that is current, and give a nice good description. In the title of the position is your ideal title. And in the company, feel free, I noticed that you are also in the hashtag ONO group. That's what it's all about. Read up more about it in there. I don't know if you've tried this yet, but that's where you can choose the company that has this logo as well, the hashtag ONO company, and that would be your current company. And that combination of being very transparent and saying, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I'm great at, I would love to help your company, and have the hashtag ONO as a company. When people put in industrial engineer space hashtag ONO, you will pop to the top of results. And that is going to also help you get found. So guys, went into this a lot more than I thought I would, but this is important stuff for so many people. You can do this, Amanda. You've got this. You're on the right path. You've got incredible content in your profile. I just want to see you focus in, get current, and show us the results. Have a great one, guys. Let me know what you thought below. Too long, too short, or just about right. Thanks.